When the rubber bulb of a dropper in the diagram is squeezed, the aqueous silver nitrate drops into the aqueous sodium chloride and a white precipitate of silver chloride is formed. So we have a rubber bulb, a dropper, aqueous silver nitrate, and inside the beaker there is a solution of aqueous sodium chloride. What happens to the total mass of the bottle and the contents? Part A. It increases due to the formation of the heavy precipitate. However, we see that there is no increase in mass because the precipitate is made from the given mass of the silver and the chloride ions. Hence, option A is incorrect. Option B states it remains the same because only a physical change has taken place. Now, since there is a white precipitate formed, which means that a chemical reaction has taken place in which silver chloride is formed. Hence, it is not a physical change. So option B is incorrect as well. Option C states it decreases because heat is involved. Heat does not affect the mass of the experiment or the contents in any way, since option C is also incorrect. Option D states it remains the same because none of the products escape from the bottle. If we take a look at the diagram given, we see that there is a cork which is placed at the mouth of the bottle. This shows that whatever products are formed, all of them remain in the bottle and none of them escape. Thus, option D is the correct answer. Question 13. What has the same mass as 0.25 mole of copper atoms? So first of all, we need to find the mass of 0.25 mole of copper atoms. This is equal to the moles multiplied by the mass of copper, which is 64, and this gives us 16. Now we look at option A, which is 0.5 mole of oxygen molecules. So oxygen molecules have the formula O2. To calculate their mass, we multiply 0.5 by 32, which is the MR, and we get 16 grams. This means that it has the same mass as 0.25 mole of copper atoms. So option A is the correct answer. However, we still look at the other options as well. Option B says 1 mole of sulfur dioxide molecules. Sulfur dioxide has the formula SO2. So 1 mole of sulfur dioxide multiplied by the MR, which is equal to 32 plus 32, giving us 64 grams of sulfur dioxide in 1 mole. Similarly, option C is 1.5 mole of H2O. So H2O has the MR 18 and the mass comes out to be 27 grams. Lastly, we see that we have 2 moles of oxygen atoms. Since oxygen atoms only have the formula O, this means that 2 moles of oxygen atoms with the AR16 give us 32 grams. Hence, we see that only option A has the same mass as 0.25 mole of copper atoms. Question 14. Which change always takes place when an aqueous solution of copper to sulfate is electrolyzed? Option A. Copper is deposited at the negative electrode. This is true because copper is below the reactivity series from hydrogen. So copper will always discharge at the negative electrode. Still take a look at the other options. Option B is oxygen is evolved as at the positive electrode. Oxygen is evolved at the positive electrode only if the solution is dilute. In the case of concentrated aqueous copper 2 sulfate, oxygen will not evolve and instead the sulfate ions will be electrolyzed. Option C states sulfate ions move towards the negative electrode. This is wrong because sulfate ions have the formula SO4 2 negative, which means that they always go towards the positive electrode. Option D says the color of the solution fades. This is also incorrect because there will be still some copper 2 sulfate left in the solution, hence it will remain blue. So option A is the correct answer.